Okay, here we go. Another race in stars this time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 boats. And Tony has been pinged for something. Let's see exactly where he is. Up there. I think that's him. He's fighting for the... and there goes the internet. Not ideal. Got 34 seconds to go. Someone's decided to put up a spinnaker. Okay, I'm caught on the outside of this bunch here. Let's go, right, not hitting the pin, that's always a good start. Okay, so Zim has control here, I can't tack until he tacks. Although he does look to be being lee-bowed, which is quite nice. And climbing him quite nicely now. Okay, so gonna tack and consolidate these gains. So that's in there, Tony's across, so Tony's in slightly better pressure now, and the wind is clocking left, which is not really what I want. And I haven't got wind intelligence for this race, so I can't really see what it's doing at the top mark. I think I'm going to tack off and just try and take this lift while I can, and hope it flicks back. Tony has huge leverage on me here, as does Speedy. I think out of this lead bunch of myself, Tony and Speedy, the Flying Dragon just behind, I'm the furthest left. So we pray for a lefty. Zim just behind. Most of the fleet are on this tack. If I tack, I will be just ahead of Zim, but behind Speedy, behind Tony, and probably behind Flying Dragon as well. And the wind is only going further right. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go for attack. I'm going to take the header right. So crossing Zim, Zim's tacked off anyway. See, I'm a lot closer to Ali than I thought. Yeah, the wind is clocking left again because that ley line is getting closer. Okay, that's come out a little better than I thought. Still not entirely used to tacking angles on the star. It's going to be very close with Tony here, and I think he's probably going to try and shaft me by making me tack on this ley line. Here we go. Okay, well, he's got my bow clear now, so I'm not going to get completely shut out. It's put me in a tricky situation if Ali decides to tack. Well, when Ali decides to tack, which he will do when he hits this ley line, because he's going to be very close to getting me on starboard. I'll probably still be just ahead of him. Yes, hello Tony. And tack complete, yeah. Damn you, Ali. It was very tough. The game has an interesting interpretation of the acquiring right away rules. Of course, in real life you don't have to even start keeping clear until the other boats completed their tack, but in virtual regatta, if you're on starboard, you seem to just be on starboard. You have to anticipate the other boat's actions. So I'm just going to try and get a nice clear lane going down here. Because Ali and Tony, if they fight it out, are going to have some issues. I'm also trying to work my way down towards the left-hand gate here, because with the wind all the way in the right like it is, that's going to be the biased end. And also try not to foul either of these guys, because that would not be ideal. Actually, I'm just going to try and stay in this nice lane here. He's just fighting behind me. It's Flying Dragon and Zim. Then just behind them is Stevewell. Zim has picked up a penalty from Flying Dragon. Who seems very remorseful about it all. And further back, we've got a battle between Lindsay, Jeep, Ewan, and I'm a Boat, which is Izzy. This gate actually looks fairly even now. If anything, biased towards the other side. But I'm committed to this side now. Just going to have to try and get the best reining I can. And tack off onto what should be a lift. And tack off again to cover. Although there is more pressure out on the left hand side at the moment. I think I might have backed the wrong horse going for that side of the Glenroom gate. I don't want to tack too early. I'm going to have to tack now, but Ali is going to tack straight on top of me. Or is he? I'm still going to get lead bowed by him, I think. But Stevewell, that's Steve C, is coming in really nicely. So that's the advantage of going for the favoured gate. He sailed a shorter distance and also was able to sail into better breeze. Tony's now tacking on top of Ali, and Steve is having issues. He's got the dirt at 3 boats on top of him. The wind is now banged right. But from the looks of it, left will have paid through that gate still. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. And in this battle behind, it's still Zim and Flying Dragon. I'm going to tack into dirt here. And okay, this is not ideal. Getting lee bowed by Ali and also getting dirty air off Tony's sails. I'll throw in 2 tacks here, I think. To try and get a little bit of a clearer lane. Okay. Yeah, Steve is being slowed in there. meters, so I haven't actually extended on him at all by doing that. For the tack now. And the wind is banged left, which was probably helpful for me. It's quite an interesting battle going on behind here between Zim and Flying Dragon. Really fighting hard, because Zim got a penalty in that downwind, but he's pulled it back at some point. Let's see what Steve does here. Steve has gone for an early jibe, which is interesting. I'm not sure if he fancies his chances more against Speedy than he does against me. I can't imagine he would. Perhaps he's trying to stay in his band of breeze that I'm just sort of skirting the edge of. And you can see the line is actually a long way off to the other side. It's going to be, the entire run is going to be on that starboard tack, even with this shift now. Just going to try and stay in this band of wind. You're right in the centre of it now. I'm just ahead of Steve's dirty air. Let's see if Ali decides to make a move on Tony now. That could benefit me. Not that far until the finish though. So Tony's now coming across into my dirty air because he has to make the finish. I think he's probably got enough room left in this race for him to finish ahead of me. Yeah, easily. But Speedy has carried through his momentum and he is taken first. Yeah. Okay, I should have seen that coming. Third place will do. Okay, let's get this stream stopped.